Okay, welcome back. So, what is it that Google did that messed everything up? Okay, and I remember where I was sitting the day I heard about this, and I used to consult for a search engine, where at the time we were stomping Google, um, and but Google had a lot of money and a lot of power behind it. Even though there were companies that were more powerful than it still had a lot of money. And I remember the owners of the search engine that I worked for were just gaga over Google, which I didn't make any sense to me at all. I mean, they were there in Silicon Valley. I wasn't, but it didn't make any sense to me because we were beating them. We had more clients. We had, we were just um, so much bigger than they were. So I just couldn't understand, the excitement about them. And one of the particular partners was literally just gaga over them. And people would go to these meetings, and all these big tech companies would be there, which I didn't even understand why such meetings even existed. I mean, why would you go meet with others in your field? Because isn't that just a great way to steal other people's ideas? Um, and so they would go and they would talk about, oh, this is going to be the next big thing, and this is going to be the next big thing. And I have always, for long before I started working on the internet, had this gift of knowing what was going to happen in the future of the internet. I've just been able to predict. People call me the internet guru. I've just been able to predict, things that are going to happen, and my accuracy is amazing. I had a vision like a little over 30 years ago, and it basically stems from that. But I just couldn't understand the whole purpose of this. But they would go there, and eventually they sold to them. But they were going to these meetings, and they came to me and they told me that the next big thing is going to be blogging. And they described to me what blogging was. And I was like, oh my God, they're going to destroy the internet. So basically, this is from an insider's perspective, going way, way back before anything that you know today has even happened. And basically what I'm being told is that people will be able to make these websites, and they'll be able to put advertising on these websites, and they'll get paid anytime anybody clicks on anything. And this is when SEO and all really didn't exist. Okay. And so I just immediately, I immediately knew what the end result of that was going to be. And I was not even close to being wrong. In fact, it was really an understatement that they're going to destroy the internet. Because what happened is people just started making websites. I mean, it's better it's better now than it was when it first started, like say around 2005, 2006. The internet, the search engines were filled with the littler search engines. That's the only way that I can describe it. Like you would do a search, and all of page 1 and page 2 and page 3 would just be, you'd go there and it was just a directory of something else. It was so ridiculous. And those have, through their algorithm, they've managed to get rid of those. But those were the result of their own creation. Because people, and what was so bad about them was people would make these pages and then they would abandon them. And so literally they had to, put it into the algorithm to get rid of them. But even still today, the algorithm is so flawed and that you can literally go into Google, do a search, and find, like, on page one, things that weren't even, where the page that's on page one hasn't even been updated in 5 years. So it's just, and there are people working to change that and to resolve that. But anyways, I digress on that. So basically, because people wanted to make money, they were just going out and they were just making, like people wanting to make money on YouTube. It's just loaded with stupid videos and everybody wanting to be a influencer and clickbait and all this other stuff. You can't find anything anymore. You can't find anything anymore. And there literally is no way to do what we used to be able to do. Like if I wanted to know a particular stat, I could just put it in and find it. And now, as you saw earlier when I showed who invented the internet, you can't. So it's like I should be able to find that out. Before I used to be able to find out, like I said, scientific things, like if I needed to do experiment on animals, I didn't need to. I could just go use someone else's research. Okay. I could find that research. If I wanted to know how, the mitochondria works in detail, I could find that from scientific resources. Today, what I find is some clown who doesn't know anything and all of his friends are clowns that don't know anything, their opinion of how it works. So that is what has happened. And so the internet has just been turned into this colossal time waster where it's all social media and stupid videos and that's really all that it is. It's just a colossal time waster. It does nothing for humanity anymore. So, but again, to tie this into I-Agg, there still is information out there that's valuable. There are actually people out there who do know stuff. Okay. Another thing that I should point out is a lot of times people think, oh, well, if you work really hard, then you can, build up a big channel and all of this other stuff. Most of that is fake. Okay. Many of these people actually work for Google. Okay. If you listen, sometimes they'll slip up and tell you. So it's like trying to push certain agendas, trying to make you think that certain lifestyles are common and cool, trying to push certain lifestyles and stuff like that. So they actually get paid to do this, and they're basically creating the content, and then they're showing these people because they want people to work for them for free. Because that creates more. It's the same thing of how they messed it up. We just need places to put ads. We just need places to put ads. And that's why I say it was Google more so than anyone else, because they were the ones that came up with the idea of blogging and all this other stuff, to where just anyone can do it. Okay. And that's where the problem lies, because a lot of people shouldn't be doing it. And now you can look at a search engine, do a search for things, you can, on the same exact page, you can find contradictions. Like on the first page of Google, you'll have one answer that says this and another answer that says this and another one that says this. I looked up, let me see if I can still find it, top keywords. And it's so fake. It's so fake. Current most popular searches. Okay, so this is trends for the year. Okay, It's so fake that the only reason you wouldn't see it is because you're convinced that you wouldn't. So this is 2020. So people that are being searched are Joe Biden, Kim Jong-un, Kamala Harris, Jacob Blake, Ryan Paul. Okay? You're telling me that the President of the United States wasn't on this list? Well, all of the talk of how Trump has ruined America and ruined the world and how he must be stopped and how blah, 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 and the impeachments and all that other stuff, that no one was searching for him? No one was doing a search on Trump. No one was talking about Trump. Okay? And I want to illustrate this. I'm going to, in the search box, I'm going to actually put Trump in here. Oh, sorry, wrong search box. That's stupid. Okay. So to illustrate this, see? There's no Trump on that page. And you can do it yourself. Go to Google trends.google, or just put in what was trending in 2020 into the search engine. So it's not even real information. And this is put out by Google. Okay? This is Google's trends. It's not true. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. It just takes common sense. So what I-Agg does is it allows you to make money by going out, finding the stuff that actually is of value, digging through the junk and finding it. So you don't have to, make your own videos or create your own content or do video editing or try, like there's blogs and blogs about products and testing products. Okay. So you got to buy the product, you got to test the product, you got to make the video, or you got to make the, whatever. And then you put that out there, and all of that work for that one particular product. And it's a lot of work. Okay. You don't need to do that with I-Agg. That's vlogging and blogging. With I-Agg, you don't need to do that. You just need to go find who already did it. Okay? And use theirs. And you might think, well, aren't you stealing their stuff? You think they're not grateful that you're not advertising it for them for free? You think they're not grateful for that free advertising? You're only helping them. But what sets you above them, one of the things that will cause you to earn far more money, is that you only take the gold and you leave the rest. You leave all the crap. Okay? So you become a source for quality stuff, for quality information. Let's look at something else. Let's do a search for the health benefits. This is just an example. Health benefits of milk. It could be anything. Okay, we'll do milk thistle. Okay, so here we've got sort of this listing thing. Okay, now I'll remind you that just because it's number one doesn't mean anything. Okay, but here we go. 7 science-based milk thistle benefits. Okay. Then we go down and we've got 11. And then if we keep going, we've got 6. So what I can do is go, okay, I want to do a site on the benefits of herbs, okay? And I want it to be better than all the garbage that's out there, okay? So what I do is I go into Google and I do a search, and then I go in and I say, okay, and I'm going to go through each one of those, and I'm going to find the information, okay? Because a lot of times you'll find that, yeah, that's not true. Like, it'll say, this is good for something, and then later you'll find out, oh yeah, that isn't true. And you're just going to compile. I'll continue in the next video.